Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So last Thursday, I wasn't live because we were knee-deep in our retreat, and I actually remember looking at my watch and saying, oh my goodness, it's 7:15, and I literally forgot to put a post on saying that I wasn't going to go live because we were at the retreat. But I was at the stoplight turning to come home with dinner. So usually on Thursdays when we have the retreat, we're right in the middle of eating or we are going to grab dinner. So I knew it was going to be too much of a struggle to try to squeeze in the Facebook Live as well. So if you were here for the retreat, hopefully you guys had a blast. I know I had so much fun. It was just so nice, peaceful, relaxing. My husband cooked amazing food throughout the weekend. It was so much fun. So hopefully if you weren't able to make the winter retreat, you will be able to make the spring retreat. I did put in the link to sign up or to look at it if you guys have any more information, or if you want information on it. You can definitely reach out if there's something that isn't in the email. Definitely send me a message and I will get you all of the information. It was so much fun. You will literally love it if you come. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend, but if you didn't come to the retreat, let's see, retreat ended Sunday. So Sunday evening, I went in the house and pretty much crashed, didn't really do much. And then Monday, I went out into the garage and started cleaning everything up. I did have to work on Monday, so what I didn't get done, my husband actually finished. So he was able to move all of his stuff back into the garage, which is sad, but it'll be cleaned out again in April. So if you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. We have a little bit to show. I have a little bit to show you guys, but first I'm going to take my jacket off. It's actually pretty chilly here in Arizona. We're in our mid-30s, but my craft room is a little toasty, so it's a little warm in here. Okay, let's point you over. Good evening, Valerie. Good evening, Anna. So I wanted to start off with showing you guys what we did at the retreat for the Make and Takes. I just wanted to make sure we were live, and we are. So these are all the make and takes that everybody did. We got 3 per day. So I decided to use the majority of, or all of it, is the designer series paper in the Celebration catalog. And then I paired it with a stamp set that is in the new Occasion catalog. So this one is all designer series paper from the Celebration set, and then I paired in one of the stamp sets. So these are the first 3 that they got. A sympathy, a birthday, and a wedding. So there's those 3. And then let's pull in the other ones. And everybody also got the matching envelopes. We can't do a card without a matching envelope. So we have a thanks friend, happy birthday, and a hello. Again, this is all using the designer series paper. And this is actually the paper and the stamp set we're going to be doing on tonight's live. It's a super fun technique that I'm excited to show you guys about. So there's those. And then our last set is using the At the Farm. This one's stuck inside. Let's see if I can pull this out. There we go. So this one is using the farm stamp sets and the designer series paper that is in the catalog, or it's in the holiday or in the Celebration catalog. Whew, I'm losing all of my words. So these are the sets that everybody got to make. So this is included in the retreat, is to be able to make 3 make and takes per day. The summer retreat, we actually do 3 sets of 4. So the summer retreat is a little bit bigger, and I always want to make it super special. So those are the make and takes. Let me bring in the pillow gifts that everybody got. Let me make sure they're all here, and they are. So I focused on home decor items this time. So all of these are kind of the same frame, and then I just decorated them differently. So this one is the beach life. This one is So Much Love. So this is a happy Valentine's Day. This one is using our Easter celebration stamp set with the carrots and the little rabbits. So happy Easter. This one is using the new St. Patrick's Day set, which we haven't had a St. Patrick's Day set in a long time. So I am super excited to finally have a St. Patrick's Day. For some reason, it looks like it's a little blurry. So hopefully it relaxes on whatever it is doing. And then this one is a new set in the catalog as well. Enjoy the sweeter things in life. So those were all of the pillow gifts that everybody got. Let me set these over to the side. Let's see. Good evening, Joan. Good evening, Crystal. How are you? Hello, Bobby. Welcome. Let's see if anybody else logged on, and I don't think so, but welcome, everybody. So let's pull in what we're going to be working on tonight. So in your Holiday or your mini catalog, on page 20 and 21 is the Fragrant Flowers bundle. This is one of the bundles that we did use in the weekend retreat, and it pairs perfectly with the Flavor Flowered Designer Series paper. Whew, I couldn't get that all out. So the dies do cut out the Designer Series paper, and where you can stamp it and color the flowers as well. But this is one of the sets that we use, and we're using it again tonight. So let me bring in the gorgeous paper. So this paper is phenomenally beautiful. I know I say it on every single Facebook Live that they knock it out of the park with their Designer Series paper, but I swear they do. So you have these beautiful, bright, bold, huge flowers, and then you can flip it over and you have more of like the subtle patterns. That's going to be the same one. So it's so beautiful. If you haven't seen it in person, you definitely want to. So let's bring in the cards we're going to be making. Yeah, Bobby, I'm not 100% sure why it's blurry. My internet and everything is fine on my end. Hopefully the replay won't be as blurry. Here are the cards we're going to be making. So this is a shuffle technique. So I'm going to do this from start to finish to show you how to get these different designs, and you'll get 4 cards out of doing it the way that I show you. So I use 2 hello and 2 thanks friends. So that is okay, good. Yeah, it cleared up on my end a little bit, and now it's a little fuzzy. So hopefully things are going to be okay. Okay, I'm going to start with 4 pieces of Designer Series paper. So when I flip it over, these 2 pieces are kind of hard to tell if they're different. So I really just focused on the back side just to make sure that I had 4 different designs on the back. So as long as you have this, you're in good shape. And these measure 4 inches by 5 1/4. And we're going to cut all of this at the same exact time. So let me grab my trimmer and bring in the trimmer. And we're going to just kind of make sure that these are all lined up in good, as best as humanly possibly as you can. We're going to set this in, and we're going to cut this at the 1 1/2 inch mark. So I'm going to slide this in. This is my 4-inch side that I'm sliding in to cut. So I'm going to slide this in, and I'm going to cut it at the 1 1/2 inch. Sorry, I think I said 1 1/4. We're going to cut that at 1 1/2 inch. Now you can pull this off, and we're going to set it aside. Now I'm going to take these 4 pieces, and I am going to cut this at 2 inches. Just make sure all these pieces are lined up. Set your blade down, and you're going to cut through, and now you have these 4 pieces. Well, these 8 pieces, I guess. I'm going to set those aside because I want to cut this piece down. So we're going to take this and we're going to slide it to the 5 1/4 inch side, and I want to cut this at 3 1/4. These are some funky measurements. That's why I didn't do all of it in the description, because I didn't want to confuse you. But here is our 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece, all cut down into little tiny strips. So the first cut was at 1 1/2, and then I cut this at 2 inches, And then I cut this piece at 3 1/4. So there's our pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by just laying them out. So I have my 4 pieces, and now I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to kind of go backwards. This piece, and then hopefully I did that right. So then we're going to go this way. So every single one of these should now have 4 pieces, and they're all different. And if they're not, we are going to make it be all different. I might have messed up a tiny bit. So all 4 of your pieces need to be different in your pile. Yep, perfect. All 4 are different. So we're going to set 3 of them aside. We're just going to work with 1. And I think I want to work with this one first. So now we have our 4 pieces. And I did put in the description that I do have 4 pieces of basic white, and this is just a smidge under 4 inches by a smidge under 5 1/4. I just wanted something a little bit smaller than what our paper is going to be. And I'll show you why in a second. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, and I want to bring in my silicone mat. And oh, this is a brand new one, so I just have to pull it up a little bit. And I'm just going to put adhesive all around this guy. I did my original one with the green glue, and it worked fine. I just thought this might be a little bit easier. So now we have adhesive on our sheet. So now we're going to take our Designer Series paper, and you can use whatever side you want. So I'm going to kind of fluctuate or flip these over. So my first one I'm going to come in and put right down. And then this one I am going to, and wouldn't you know I did that backwards. But good thing, hopefully I can pull this off. Good thing it's not the Stampin' Seal Plus, because that would have been down permanently. Sorry, I should have looked at my example first. There we go. It needs to go this way. There we go. Nobody will ever know except everybody who's watching my live. So there's that. And so I'm going to come in and I'm going to put this piece right on top. There we go. Let's put this piece up at the corner. There we go. And this piece is going to just come into the bottom. So when you flip this over, you will have this on the edge. Don't cut it off. I cut this piece a little bit smaller just so I had a nice base for this to go. So there's one. Let's bring in another piece. And you can use any Designer Series paper you have will work for this. You just need to make sure that it is the 4 different sides. So let's start with, let's put this one up at the top. Make sure I do this one correct. Let's put this one right there. This one's gonna go there, and then our last piece. So you're kind of making a little puzzle. So this piece could go this way or this way. You could even really have it horizontal or vertical, either way. So let's do the last 2 really quick. Good evening, Darlene. Hello, Stephanie. So just putting some adhesive on here. The paper is gorgeous. I definitely agree with you. Oops. That fell on there. That wasn't supposed to do that. So let's do this piece on this corner. It really honestly doesn't matter which side you do this on. So there's that. Let's do this piece in the corner. And then we're going to come down here and put that. Here we go. Okay, that one is super duper cute. And they're all the same patterns. It's just how you're assembling them to your card base. Okay, it's our last one. And then we will start assembling and doing our sentiments. We might not be able to get all the sentiments done, which is totally fine. We'll get what we can done. I just want to see which pieces I want to use. So let's do these two pieces. So let's put this up top. Put this underneath. Let's put this, let's put this one over to the edge and this one on the bottom. There we go. Look how easy that is. And now you have 4 card fronts. That's what we call them, is card fronts, where you could really even just set these aside and wait to do your sentiment until you know what you want. Or if you're like me and you already know what you need, you can just bring in some card base. I brought in a couple different colors that match the designer series paper because I wasn't 100% sure which color I wanted to go with. But this is our fresh freesia, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And I think I want to take this one. Oh, let's see. They're all going to look beautiful on it. I honestly don't think it matters. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. You can use green glue if you wanted to. I just happen to have my Stampin' Seal beside me, so that's what I'll use. But you just have to be careful because once it's down, you don't have much wiggle room. So there's that one. I have a piece of Mossy Meadow. And I do have all the white pieces to go on the inside too. We'll see if I have time to do that. Let's do this one on Mossy Meadow. That right down. There we go. So there's 2. This one is Blackberry Bliss. Such a gorgeous color. There we go. Let's do this one on Blackberry Bliss. The one thing that is super amazing about Stampin' Up! Product is it doesn't matter what you get, everything matches. As long as you're getting in the same color scheme, everything matches perfectly. I think that's why I love this company so much, is they take the thinking out of it for you. Honestly, you really just have to be able to read the back of the paper that says what colors are in the pack, get the cardstock, and bam, your cards are fabulous. Okay, there we go. So here are 4 cards, and all we have to do is the sentiments. I'm not 100% sure what time it is, but we will get a couple done anyways. So I do, because I used this for the retreat, I still have it stuck on my Stamparatus. So I am going to do the fresh freesia, I believe. Let me grab my little pieces that I already die cut. I'm going to do my friend down at the bottom. And I'm going to do my thanks at the top. And remember how I said, as long as you don't move the stamp that's on the plate, you can stamp this 1,000,000 times and it will still be in the same exact spot. I didn't quite stamp it 1,000,000 times over the weekend, but kind of close. So gently push. Oh, that needs a little bit more. I re-inked this, so there we go. So there's thanks, friend. And I think I want to do another one. Let's just do 2 of these really quick. And I think I want to do this one in the Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to clean this off really quick. There we go. And I literally re-inked my Blackberry Bliss a couple hours ago. So hopefully it's not super duper juicy, because it was super juicy after I re-inked it. I felt like it was so dry, it just kept soaking in the ink. Let's hope that works. Cross your fingers. We're going to re-ink that again. Maybe I didn't ink it enough like I thought I did. Okay, much better. Okay, so I did Blackberry Bliss and I did Fresh Freesia. So let me pull these out, set that to the side, and I'm going to bring in these two cards. And I think I'm going to go opposites of the color of cardstock. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to go opposite on my little friends. I think that looks cute. Let's flip this over. Add some dimensionals to it. And I honestly don't think you really need a whole lot with this set. It is literally letting the designer series paper do all the talking. And that's what I like. So I'm going to grab just a couple of the little minis and I'm going to put them on the friends. These little minis are super duper tiny. Peel them off. Oh, I usually can hold all those in my fingernail, but I lost them. Okay, there we go. So you can really put your sentiment any way you want, but I think I'm going to line it up to that little edge. I'm going to put my friend down there. And this one I'm going to line up as well. I'm going to put my friend in the center. So there you go. That is, I believe the technique is called shuffle technique. Because it's like you're shuffling a deck of cards. Even though they're not cards, you're shuffling a little bit of paper. So I think that's exactly what the name of it is the shuffle technique. I did put the basic white piece on the inside. I'll do that later. But let me bring in the 4 that I made earlier, plus the 2. So it's just a super fun and a different technique that I really think will make your friends happy when they get this in the mail. So there you go. So there are 8 cards. 2 of them aren't quite finished, but they're close. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little technique. Thank you, Penny. I love it. Adrian, welcome. Hello, friends. Hello, Marie. Hopefully I caught everybody. Sometimes it doesn't show up on my iPad, but just know that I feel the love when you guys send me comments and hearts. I totally appreciate it. I will be back on Thursday for another live, and I did post in for the spring retreat. I've already gotten the email out for that one, so clear your calendars and definitely come. And you don't have to just craft. You can sew, you can knit. I have a lady who comes to my July retreat, and she knits some of the time, and then she crafts some of the time. So whatever crafting hobby or business is yours, you are totally welcome. We love everybody and all ideas and crafts. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody on Thursday for another fun live. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.